Hello my fellow YouTubers. Many of you may be wondering, or may have stumbled across one of these goofy things. You'll be like, what in the world is that thing? Well, that, my friends, is an 8-track cartridge. And this happens to be one of my better machines that I have in my collection. The only machine that can actually record onto 8 tracks. It has a couple different features, like a mode selection where you can have it so that it plays continuous or plays after 4 or quits after 4 track changes in record mode, or so both in playback and record it stops on the first track change. It has a counter that's actually minutes and seconds. Reset that. It has fast forward. You can't record in fast forward. And just your pause and your not pause. And to record with these, you would hold down the record button. Everything lights up. You'd switch the track to whatever track you want it on. So, like such. And usually I prefer to do this. You can also set it up so that doesn't record right away by having pause, and when you want to record, it takes off. But you'd hold this down and insert the cartridge, and that makes it record. Well, I don't really have any blank tapes right now or anything really to record onto a blank tape anyways, so we're not going to show you how to record. But I am going to show you what happens when you put a tape in it, and what happens inside when it does change tracks. Okay, first things first, my stereo system over here, it's somewhat old, but it still works. Let's start it up. And this it's Steve Miller album. And you just put the 8-track in the slot. Well, first of all, you have some tracks. As you see, programs 1, 2, 3, and 4. These are the programs on this cartridge. And there's a list of songs. I don't know if anyone can see those, but about where we're at right now on this tape, we should be able to play. We'll see here. We're gonna Take the Money and Run should play at about somewhere in this track right now. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's playing. And as you see inside here, this little belt drives the counter that I showed you earlier. This is just your preamplifier and record circuit board, controls all that stuff. I'm not a huge master of electronics, but I've done some repairs to some level adjusting potentiometers for record and playback on the inside. And if you look very carefully, you can see there's the belt drive in there, and that's the little motor that runs this thing. And then that is the motor. And this right here is your motor. And if you look carefully enough, you can see they have the manufacturer date on it. 27th of August, 1980. It's actually kind of late for an 8-track tape, for an 8-track player. And here, this thing with this green label on it is the track solenoid. The actual changes the channel program. I've had to do some repairs on this too. What it does is there's a little ratchet pawl on the lever there that spins this ram shaft around, which moves the head, which is down here. Then the head that signals to move this up on a piece of tin foil that loops the tape together is right here, but you can also change it manually with this. So we're going to do that, and I'm going to show you what happens when you do that. that moves. That little deal spins. You get to 4th, and as you're going through tracks, that tape, the head actually moves further down the tape, except when you're going from track 4 to track 1. If you watch carefully, you may be able to see it, and the head actually moves back up to first place, or the first program, let me say. And this right here is the switch that contacts the tape and tells it to come on when you put the tape in, and as you see, lights out when I remove the cartridge. And that is basically, and I can show you the function of the volume output input levels, the meters, and you might be able to see a tape counter counting slightly too. And then fast forward, these tapes play at 3 3/4 inches a second. When you put them in fast forward, that speed doubles to 7.5. No, at least most machines will not play in this speed without some modifications. So if you just, now the 8-track is winding forward very quickly, or somewhat quickly. Let that button back out, and it fast forwarded some tape. Let me give you an idea of how much tape is going to pass through this machine in this time. We're going to hold down the fast forward button. So about, I don't know. You figure it out. I really, to be honest, use the fast forward function. See, this is one of my few players that actually has this function anyways, but it's a neat little function to have. And this unit records half decent. And I guess really the only other thing I have is, if anybody's really wondering what model this is a Panasonic RS-808 8-track player recorder. Volume got bounced there a little bit, no big deal. And you can visit my YouTube page, or obviously my YouTube page, ShopRat17, and you can see my Facebook page that I have for 8-track tapes at obviously it's the URL, facebook.com, then the right-hand / Forever 8-track, or 8-track Forever. I can't remember which one. I think it's 8-track Forever, to be honest. And the 8, you actually use the digit 8 and not spell it out. And thanks for watching, and just check either one of those out, or contact me if you really want to know a little bit more about the 8-track tapes. Maybe fixing them or some other stuff. I'll be posting some other videos. And thank you, and thanks for watching.